Hello and welcome back. Today, I want to design a GoPro mount for the CR-6 SE. Now what you're looking at here are two different bed pulls that I designed. The top right in blue, turns out someone else had the same idea that I did and made it a couple weeks before I did. No big deal, I swapped it out for this pink one that you see, the biohazard emblem, and so what I'm gonna do is use this design to build a GoPro mount off of. If I'm not making any sense, just stick around and you'll see. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is grab this one, make a copy of it, get this out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead and ungroup this. Get rid of this, ungroup it one more time so we can stretch this out a little bit. I think probably 40 should be alright. So we'll go ahead and group that. Now it's a little longer, so our GoPro mount should be able to stick out a bit from the bed. And this is the GoPro mount we're going to incorporate into our bed handle. So let's import it. And I want it turned a little bit because, you know, if it's facing straight, you're just going to be looking at the side of the bed. So I think we'll go with about 10 degrees. See how good of an angle that gets us. Then I'm going to drag this down just so that we eliminate a little bit of the height. And I'm going to grab a box, drag it all the way across the bottom, just so that we can make sure everything is flat. There we go, group it all. Before I printed it, thankfully, I checked to make sure that the release lever here for the glass would clear what I just created. And we'll go ahead and round up to 55 millimeters. So let's grab a box, make it 55 millimeters just so we can eyeball off of it how close or how far we need to be. And as you can see, we're too close. So what I'm going to do is ungroup it again. Let's drag this back until it clears the block. And that's pretty good right there. And then we'll bring this out. Another 10, yeah, that'll clear it, and I think we're good right there. Let's go ahead and align them, and then group it. Alright, let's jump over into Cura and get some supports working. Okay, so now that we're in Cura, here's the settings I'm using. This is on 20%, which I'm afraid might not be enough, but we're going to go ahead and try it. We're going to make sure supports are on, turn the overhang angle to 59 degrees, and then slice. And as you can see, I don't really have good looking supports here. I kind of wanted to fill this whole thing. And then in the middle of these, I really don't, I don't want that there. Because I've printed these before and that's just a pain in the butt to get out and they're not really necessary. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this nifty little add-on for Cura that's free in the marketplace. This is a support blocker. So I'm gonna speed up a little bit here, but show you pretty much how I'm reshaping this to block those supports. Now, as you can see, we have no supports in any of the regular circular holes, but now I want to fill this nut holder out here. So we're going to grab another support blocker, set it right here, kind of move it around a little bit. Then we're going to click here and turn it into a support. And then we'll start reshaping it to fit inside the nut slot. Because if I left it too big, this is what you'll get, and that's, you know, completely unnecessary supports. So I'm going to fast forward through reshaping this real quick. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and slice it. Here we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Alright, let's jump to a time lapse of it printing and see how it turns out. Okay, as you can see, my GoPro battery died. This is how I have it set up right now. But this turned out not too bad. I'm afraid it's going to be a little weak. Let's go ahead and get the supports off and see what happens. And it broke as I was trying to take the supports off, just as I thought. Alright, let's go back to Thingiverse, and I'm going to try to add a base, and then we'll bump it up to 100% infill in Cura. So here, as you see in Tinkercad, I'm just grabbing a block, setting it at the base, and I'm gonna mess with the radius and the sides to try to get more of a decent base on this, to kind of grab those, I don't know what you would call those, mounts? Mounts of the GoPro mount? Okay, anyway, I'm trying to get those to be a little more stable when I print it. So I'm going to fast forward again and show you what I came up with. And here we have the end result. Almost the end result. We gotta group them. But I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that this will work. So let's cross our fingers. Now back in Cura, I'm just gonna fast forward through this, but I'm repeating the same process with the support blockers and adding supports to the nut slot. And as you can see, we're at 100% infill. Again, cross my fingers. Okay, here it is. Let's get the supports off and see how well it works. Okay, at this point, I'm pretty just tired of printing. I've been printing all day. I know that you can't tell that by this video, but I'm tired of printing for now. So I'm grabbing my UV resin, and as a temporary fix, I'm going to just add this to the base, and then I'm going to use it to kind of glue this broken piece back on and go from there. Alright, so it turned out pretty good after using the resin and you'll see here it's nice and strong. I'm pretty sure it's stronger than it was originally. And here's what it looks like mounted on the bed. Again, this is temporary. You'll see here in a second, I went back and refined the design, and that's currently printing as I'm recording this voiceover. The other thing that I fixed on the new version is the angle. As you can see, it's not quite facing the center of the bed. So I went back and I just made it a 22.5 degree angle instead of, it's 10 now, I believe. So that should face it more towards the bed. 45 is just too much. So that's what I did to fix that. And here is the new GoPro mount, which looks a lot beefier and stronger. Again, that's the one I'm printing right this minute. You'll see it at the end of the video. And I'll be printing this biohazard bed pull that I replaced my original ones with. I'll link to the original video down below. Anyway, here is basically what the new angle is going to look like. I think it looks better than watching the bed go back and forth. You know, with the camera attached to the bed, it actually moves with it. It's a lot easier for me to just, boom, camera's right there. I always have the perfect angle every time. I'm not fiddling with a tripod. It's just set it, screw it, done, go. What do you think? Do you like the old tripod style where you can see the bed moving while it's printing? Or do you like this angle where it's moving with the bed? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Links will be in the description. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, have the best day ever.